What's happening, my YouTube dudes, and welcome back to the hottest channel on YouTube. Today is my favorite day of the week. It's arm day, so let's get it started. Jade is gonna get started on this one, guys. This is a skull crush, a traditional skull crusher with a remix. Unfortunately, at Planet Fitness, the highest easy curl bar that they have is 60 pounds, which is not enough weight for us big dudes, so you gotta improvise. So this one, you wanna have a flat bench, you wanna have a person helping you out, and what we like to do is get the bar that's the easy bar attachment, and we're gonna connect it to the cables. And for this one, you can go real heavy, guys, at the beginning. Even if you're an advanced bodybuilder, you wanna make sure that you go real light just so you can get the motion down, because it is a little bit different. The points of resistance are a little bit different than the regular traditional free weight bar. So with this one, you just want to make sure that you are not going too fast. You want to make sure that only your forearm is moving. Your upper arm and your bicep should not be moving at all. So you want to have a pivoting point for your forearm to be moving, but nothing else.
You also don't want to have your elbows extended too far from your body. You want to keep it about, I would say, what is that? A little bit farther than shoulder length?
Keep your arm at a 90-degree angle. Don't go too far back. You just want to make sure that you're squeezing it, holding and pausing at the top for a split second to really get that contraction in your muscle at the very top. And believe me, guys, these will definitely work. This is the best thing besides the traditional skull crusher. I haven't found anything that feels quite like this. So next, we're gonna move on to one-handed supinated arm curls. And with this one, we like to go very well. This week in particular, we went very heavy. So we're doing 4 sets. The first set, I like to do 60 pounds, and then I like to drop 10 pounds each set. So it's 60, 50, 40, and then the last set 30. So ideally, I'd like to do anywhere between 6 to 8 reps on the first set, and then the sets coming up after that, I like to do anywhere between 8 to 12. So these are really hard, and these are basically a forced negative. This week I wanted to do a forced negative set. So with the first set, you may or may not need help, but with the following sets, you will need help, guys. So you want to make sure that you have a spotter that's helping you lift the weight up, and then you want to come down by yourself. So the spotter only helps you coming up, not going back down.
You want to also make sure that you're not swinging your arms back. This is a very controlled exercise, and that's what's really going to get you the best benefit from this particular curl.
Exactly. And like I said in my previous videos, you don't want to do a whole lot of swinging. When you go heavy, like I'm going heavy, this is 60 pounds I'm curling, guys, you tend to do a little bit of swinging, and it's okay. Sometimes you can compromise form. This week was definitely one of those weeks where we compromised form just a little bit to get that weight up. When you lift this heavy weight, guys, it's going to force your muscles to adapt. It's gonna force your muscles to grow. It's extremely excruciating. This is not like doing 4 sets of 12 with 30-pound dumbbells. This is really hard, and when you master this, you can use this technique maybe once a month or twice, maybe every 3 months to really force your muscles to grow and really confuse the muscles.
Yeah, and as you can see, like Orlando said, I'm going really slow when I'm coming down, and that's really helping your muscle keep that form.
And if you don't believe me, guys, try this for yourself. This is extreme. This is better than a drop set, to be completely honest with you. I like to incorporate drop sets as well in my workouts, but this particular week, I just, for some reason, wanted to go real heavy. So we did the 60, 50, 40, and then the 30, and it works wonders. If you don't believe me, give it a try. Comment below. Let me know how you like this one. I don't see very many bodybuilders doing it, but there are a couple of buddies that I know that have used this method, and it's really helped them put on some mass in a short period of time. So the next thing is dips. we're gonna do close grip grips for triceps. And this week I did want to go a little heavy. Sometimes I use my weighted belt. This time in particular I didn't have the belt, so I just used a 45-pound dumbbell and put it between my legs. This one can potentially be a little bit difficult for the beginners. So if you're a beginner, you want to make sure you get the form down first. You don't necessarily have to jump straight into it with the weights.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm going down as much as I can. When I first started doing these, I could barely do them. But so when you first start doing it, go down as far as you can. You don't want to put your shoulders past that 90-degree point though.
Exactly. And also guys, you want to make sure that you're not leaning so much forward. You want to make sure that your body is somewhat straight. If you lean forward, you're targeting more of your lower pecs. So this one in particular, you want to be targeting your triceps. You don't want to be targeting your pecs. So don't lean forward as if you were doing a chest exercise. This one is specifically for triceps. And if you have a bar like this at Planet Fitness, or if you're at a different gym, sometimes they have the assisted weight. You can use that as well for the people out there that are just getting started. And also you want to make sure that you have the inner grip. So some gyms have an inner and an outer grip. The outer grip is for lower pecs. The inner grip is more for targeting your triceps. And like we said before, some of our dudes out there that are just getting started, do not be embarrassed to get help, guys. If you need somebody to help spot you, by all means call somebody. That might be a way to talk to a girl in the gym. Be like, hey, listen, I need you to spot me real quick. I need you to help me out. Hey, help out a brother in need. You might get a phone number, guys, or hey, you might get lucky. Alright guys, so the next exercise, we're going to jump straight back into bicep curls. We're using the easy bar curl. For this particular exercise, you can use the straight bar by all means. But for this one, we're going to do 10 sets. So basically, we're going to do 10 sets of 10 reps, and then I'm going to pass it on to a partner. The partner's gonna do 10 reps, and then he's gonna pass it back to me. I'm gonna do 9, then pass it back to him. He's gonna do 9, and then he's gonna pass it back. I'm gonna do 8, and then so on and so forth. So we're basically doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, down till you get to 1. And this one it's going to make your biceps explode, guys. I promise you. This one is extreme as well. You want to make sure that you grab a weight that's not too heavy. If you start getting into the heavier weights, you won't be able to make it down to 1, believe me. This one typically I do 60 pounds. However, my dad, he goes a little bit lighter, so we tend to just go right in the middle. He usually does 50, so I said screw it. For this week, I'll just do the 50 as well. This one works really well. You just want to make sure that you are not sacrificing your form on this one. Go nice and slow. Try not to rock back and forth. If the weight's getting way too heavy, then just drop it about 10 pounds and then continue with the lower weight.
Also guys, if you don't have a partner like me, we come in a pack of 3, so I am left without a partner. So what I do, I just do my set. So I'll do 10, and then I'll put the weight down for, maybe 10 seconds, and then I'll do my 9, and then I'll put my weight down for a less amount of time and just keep going like that. But you want to make sure you're not taking breaks in between, because that is the whole point of this exercise.
Next, we're jumping right into seated tricep extensions. This particular machine, guys, is not one of my favorite. We have to modify it. So first thing you want to do is just make sure that the machine is adjusted to your particular specifications, guys, because most likely there was a giant or a midget on the machine before you jumped on it. So make sure that it's adjusted first. Then I particularly like when somebody's holding my back for support, because when you go real heavy with this one, your back tends to bow a little bit, and then your whole body tends to want to jump up off the seat. So if you have a partner, it's really good if he can just kind of give you some support on your back. That way you're not moving back and forth and swinging back and forth, and you can cause yourself an injury, or these two handles that you're holding on can potentially smack you right in the face and knock you out right in front of these people. So
then you won't have to go to the gym for about 2 weeks.
And then you'll have an excuse, and you won't have to go to the gym for 2 to 3 months. But that's not what we're aiming for here, guys. So make sure you have a partner, and if you don't, like I said before, You can ask one of these pretty little girls walking by if they can hold you back. I'm sure they won't have an issue with that. You just want to make sure you're doing this exercise correctly. Start off with lighter weight on your first set just to kind of experiment with it, because this one's a little bit different. But once you get the hang of it, it's real fun. You can go back and forth with partners. And this one really targets the tricep, and it puts a lot of stress on the tricep, and that's exactly what you need to grow. Next, we're gonna jump straight into seated concentration curls with the negative. So this one, like I said, is a forced negative. So you wanna make sure that you start off with about 90% of your max. And usually I do 4 sets of 8 on this one. And usually when I get to about the 4th or 5th set, I'll have to help myself. So basically you wanna help yourself up and you wanna come down, or you wanna have the negative without any help. And these are really gonna force your muscles to grow. They're gonna force your muscles to adapt. If you haven't done this in the past, it's a great way to break plateaus and really gain a lot of muscle. You can use this for any body part, but me in particular, I love to do this with arms because it's just one of the easiest muscle groups to use this technique with. If for some reason you can't do at least 2 of the 8 reps by yourself, drop the weight maybe 5 or 10 pounds and continue, guys.
Also remember to extend your arm all the way out. How Orlando's making his arm completely straight. That's going to get that best stretch to come back up with that weight. And like he said, if it is too heavy, go down a little bit. And right now he went all the way down to, you know, his 10 percentile. And
this one, guys, we're doing a burnout for biceps. So on this 5th set, I'm just doing real lightweight. I think I had maybe 10 or 15 pounds, and I'm just pushing it out for 15 reps on each, just to end this particular exercise. This one's gonna force a lot of blood into your biceps, and it's gonna give you an extreme pump, believe me.
Believe me.
Last but not least, we're gonna jump into standing tricep extensions with the cable.
This is my favorite one ever.
Oh my goodness. This one is one of my favorites, and Planet Fitness has this amazing grip, this amazing attachment that you can use with the cables.
Whoever invented this shit is like amazing.
We love you.
Like that little curve on the end, spectacular.
The way that it pivots, this one really reduces the stress in your wrist because of the pivoting point. So with this one, you just want to make sure that you keep your back straight and bend your knees a little bit.
Yeah, keeping your biceps really close to your body, to your abdomen. You don't want to have your arms flailing out. You won't concentrate on your triceps at all. This is the exercise, one of the top ones that I see that people are doing incorrectly. You see, I'm only bending my elbows, focusing really hard on those triceps.
Yeah, just make sure that your arm is not moving. It should be stationary. Only thing that's moving here should be your biceps. Ooh. Jade, you messing me up. The only thing that you should be moving here is your forearms. Everything else should be stationary.
Yeah.
So I hope this workout helped my dudes out. I hope I taught you a little bit, something that you didn't know, a couple of exercises you may haven't been doing.
Ooh, damn.
So please, guys, like the videos, comment below, let me know what you'd like to see, and more than everything, stay watching, my friends.
Bye.